Coming up on Look Today, the Sweethearts and Heroes anti-bullying campaign honors the memory of a middle school student in Saratoga. I've got the details. And Planned Parenthood of Glens Falls expects to move location within Queensbury. More on that coming up. And the annual antique show in Washington County took place this past weekend. I got some great details. It's all ahead on Look Today. Welcome everyone, I'm J. Hood Jackson and this is Look Today. Well, in tonight's program I sit down with Samantha Bosshart. She's the Executive Director of the Saratoga Springs Preservation Foundation. And we're joined by Allie Dockham. She's the event planner and they're here to talk about Historic Homes in Saratoga Tour. And I also sit down with Anita Paley. She's the Executive Director of the Saratoga EOC. And we're joined by A.C. Riley. She's the Honorary Chair. And they're here to talk about the upcoming event, May Day Spring Fling, coming up this Wednesday. Plus, we have your weather for the Tri-North counties, but first, we have these headline stories. Well, in our lead story, a presentation of the anti-bullying campaign, Sweethearts and Heroes, was given today at the Saratoga Middle School. The presentation was dedicated to the memory of Billy Wardell. Now, he's a 12-year-old student who passed away after an ATV accident in March. Now, Billy was known to stand up for victims of bullying in school, and he was also chosen to be a peer mentor for a child with autism. Well, the Sweethearts and Heroes takes an active approach to bullying, giving students tools to cope with and to prevent bullying. Well, we spoke to Carol Paulette. She's the mother of Billy.
I just came across these wonderful men of Sweethearts and Heroes to help me carry on the legacy of Billy, of being a superhero and being a sweetheart that I knew he was, but apparently a lot of other people did too.
Very brave. In other news, Planned Parenthood expects to move to another location in Queensbury by the end of the year. They'll move from Warren Street to the former orthopedics building on Bay Road. The new building will be an improved health center with more efficient technology. It will also have easier access and parking for motorists and will be strategically located near SUNY Adirondack. Now, the Queensbury Planning Board approved the plans on this past Thursday. Switching from news to weather. Well, today brought a lot of rain, which we needed, and it's expected to clear up tomorrow. So let's see how the rest of the week is shaping up. For a more detailed look at our weather, we're going to head to the Glens Falls Weather Center for a look at your first forecast. And back to the news. Well, the annual antique market in Washington County started about 20 years ago with only 20 dealers. Now it's up to the 21st year, and there are over 250 dealers from all over the Northeast region who come to the Washington County Fairgrounds to take part in this annual event. Well, the market offered collectible antique items as well as personal handcrafted furniture. Well, we spoke to Mike Green. He's a promoter of the event.
This is our 21st year. We've been going. It started off with the show with about 35 dealers, and now we're up to about 250.
In other news, well, if you're driving through downtown Glens Falls tomorrow morning, be aware that the block of Park Street between Glen and Elm will be temporarily closed due to construction. The Mayor's Office of Glens Falls announced that the sewer infrastructure work will take place starting tomorrow morning. Now, the work is expected to last 2 days. Detour signs will be in place and flagmen will redirect traffic. Well, local traffic will also have access to businesses on Park Street. The street is expected to reopen again sometime Wednesday evening. Well, up next, I sit down with Samantha Bosshart. She's the Executive Director of the Saratoga Springs Preservation Foundation, and we're joined by Allie Dockham. She's an event planner, and they're here to talk about the Historic Homes in Saratoga tour. Plus, I also sit down with Anita Paley. She's the Executive Director of the Saratoga County EOC, and we're joined by A.C. Riley. She's the honorary chair, and they're here to talk about their upcoming event this Wednesday, May Day Spring Fling. But first, if you see news happening, you want to share a story idea, how about join us for an interview? Give us a call on the hotline. The number is 798-8000. Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Look Today. I have got a couple of lookouts. First one goes to a show that we're premiering tomorrow. It's called Her Look. It's underwritten by Town Ryan and Partners, a law firm in the Capital District, and Glens Falls Hospital. So we want to thank them for their support. I think you'll find this show informative and entertaining. It's hosted by Ruth Fine. It's for and about women. Check your local listings because we're running it like 6 times a week, but it does premiere this week. And the second one has to go out to friends of ours, Deb and Buster. They're with the Lake George Baking Company. Anybody who knows the Lake George Baking Company knows that at any given time there's a line out the door to get some of Deb and Buster's unique baking creations. Well, they've been working for a long time to open a second location right off of exit 19 in Queensbury, and they did last week, and guess what? The line was out the door. So congratulations to Deb and Buster of Lake George Baking Company for opening a second location in Queensbury. All right, tonight on Look TV, it's Beyond the Headlines and episodes of our music show Tracks, including a premiere. Don't forget, tune in tomorrow night for the stories that matter to you. Good night, everyone.